What's up, nail geeks? I am showing you guys something just a little bit different than what I've been doing recently. I'm showing you guys some gel polishes from Madam Glam today. So I've got two thermals, or what she calls the chameleon gel polishes, and I have a lovely burnishing powder to show you guys as well in the color Ursa. So to start off with, I wanted to show you guys what one of their little mini kits that you get if you choose to order the lamp as well. I do want to note the polishes themselves work on both LED and UV lights. The one that I received for review is the LED pocket light. It's gold, it's cute, it's kind of on the smaller side. Depending on what their specials are, depends on whether or not you'll get it like this or three of the gel colors. So here is the little pocket light, super cute. I will note that the cord that you're seeing here is the entire cord. I did have to bust out an extension cord to have more length on this because it is very, very short if your nail desk is set up like mine where it's just not really convenient for plugs. Starting off with the first color, this is put a ring on it. So the chameleon gel polishes are thermals, and this one is what I would describe as a very delicate pinky shade when warm to a very lovely, cool toned, kind of rich magenta overall. There is a bit of a transition color as well to a more like slightly deeper pink as well. But as you can see here, it reacts crazy fast. On the top of the bottles, there are these little caps that give you a display of what color you're picking. And honestly, just from applying, that little cap was changing color as well. So crazy reactive. The little pocket lamp that I'm using here does have a timer on it, and I did cure it until the timer went off. I do believe it was 60 seconds on this one. I didn't time it out exactly, but it kind of felt like 60 seconds. So overall, for put a ring on it, I would suggest between 2 and 3 coats for this one. But I do want to note, if you are new to gel polish, you don't want to make your coats too thick, otherwise it hurts. Not trying to say that to shy anybody away from gel polish, but just know if you're going to do at home gel polishing, you definitely want to go in kind of thinner to light on your coats and let it build up naturally. Here, just 2 coats, and I felt like it was fine. So I do want to note, on the very warm shade, I did see a bit of my visible nail line, but given how soft that base color is, I thought it looked just fine, and I felt like it was kind of purposely done like that. So here I'm also showing you guys the gel top coat. No problems to report here with this one either. Super smooth application overall, which is what I would expect of a gel. I went in very thin with my top coat here, and then I cured it for the time allotted on the little mini lamp. So just throwing it out there, I had no problems with the formula on this one. Everything was easy, super smooth, and just very nice. So per usual, I'm in the south, so it's been very, very hot here, so I wanted to show you guys with ice water just how lovely that pink gets overall. So the next thing I have to show you guys is their chrome powder. This is in the color Ursa. This is $14.98 on the site if you are a VIP member. I'll go over that here in just a moment. So the way this works, I did put a latex barrier up because this method can get quite a bit messy if you're not careful. It comes with the brush, and I do want to note that little pot of powder is crazy big. This is one of the larger pots that I've seen for burnishing powders, and it will last you a very long time. So you just need just a tiny little bit, and you go in with a makeup sponge and just gently rub it over there. I had no problems with this one. I have reviewed a lot of products from Born Pretty in the past, and I've had some bad batches of burnishing powder. I didn't have any problems with this one, and it adds a really nice, very strong, reflective blue, like pearly effect overall. Really, really nice and easy to use. You do want to seal it in with one more layer of top coat. And next is a second chameleon gel. This is a thermal once again, and this is in the color That's Romance. So the color on this one is a lovely grassy green to a very interesting midnight blue kind of navy color. And as you can see here on that first coat, really, really reactive overall. I do want to know, if you're like me, sometimes thermals tend to kind of throw me off a little bit, and when I'm applying and it's just transitioning like crazy like that, I tend to make a little bit of brush errors, if you will, either going in too heavy or, just trying to gauge, okay, how's it looking so far? So here, I didn't really have any problems. I did start off just a little heavy-handed, but it's self-leveled decently, but it's still evened out and built up easily for me. So, and as you can see here on that middle nail, there's definitely a bit of a transition color with this one as well. It will go from a very limey bright green to kind of like a grassy green over to that lovely midnight blue shade overall. So really, really nice, very obvious thermal colors here. I do like thermals that are more dramatic in their color shift because it's just more fun that way, in my opinion. So here on this one, I'm also going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats on this. Once again, with the caveat that you want to do thin layers on your gel. You don't want to make it overly thick, otherwise it hurts, just from experience when I first started out with gels. Definitely not my first rodeo with them, so you just kind of have to get a feel for it. I do hope that no one makes any mistakes that I made when I first started using gels several years ago. Like I said, if you go in too heavy, it can be a little bit painful if you make it too thick on your nail. So here I'm just going in really light with that top coat. No problems once again here. I am swatching these over latex, so I feel like if I wore them normally, I would have absolutely no issues whatsoever and it would build up a lot faster for me. So just throwing it out there, I am wearing latex underneath these. And once again, I'm going in with my very classy ice water to show you guys the actual thermal shift here. Very strong, very pretty, and really, really obvious and very sensitive. And finally, I'm showing you guys the chrome powder and ursa once again, and I'm just gently burnishing it on the nail. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way when you're doing this type of thing, and you just want to gently rub it across there. Now, this one does come with the little makeup sponge that you're seeing here. I do have those little silicone tips that you see people on some of those videos kind of burnishing it with. I don't really see a difference between them. I think whether or not you're using the makeup sponge or the burnishing silicone brush, I feel like I've had similar results with both personally. So once again, I'm topping off with the top coat, which is what you're seeing here on the full hand shot for the ursa powder over That's Romance. Now, I do want to note, I do have a code for you guys to use on these. If you use the Polished Mage 30, you can get 30% off your entire order. I do want to note that if you do decide to check out the site, please note that don't get sticker shock on some of the prices of the gels. I think it's mostly laid out to entice people to become a VIP member, which is pretty much $29 a month, and that $29 goes into the polishes you can buy for that month. So essentially you're just picking out 3 polishes a month, and if you wanted to purchase more, then most of the stuff on the site's like 50% off after that. They also have tons and tons of sales, so I would encourage you guys, if you are interested and you are a gel polish user, keep an eye out for their emailing list, as you can see that there's tons and tons of alerts for when they have sales. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.